Hello, everyone. Welcome to Careless Podcast, the podcast where we're all about self improvement, feeling good, and getting stronger inside out. If you're new here, welcome. You're in the right place. Hit the subscribe, share this episode, and help me build this community together. And if you've been here before, you already know what it is. So, thank you for showing up for you. So it's the first week of the year, the week we all feel like we need to have it figured out, but we actually don't. And before I continue, happy 2015. I don't know if you guys saw this trend on TikTok or whatever. I saw this basically people saying that or 2015 will be no, 2025 will be 2015, and then we will bring back this era of like King Kylie and stuff. I actually think it's not a bad idea at all, you guys. I really miss 2015, the King Kylie era, and everybody was cringe at some point, but everybody was happy. So I really do miss that a bit. Yeah, continuing. So it's the first week of the year, the week we all feel like we need to have it figured out, the goals, the vision board, the new habits. And before I continue, you guys, on my Instagram, I will show you and I will try to teach you kind of like how to make a vision board. I made my vision board on Pinterest, which was the easiest for me, and honestly, I just love that. It was just so easy and stuff. And so I'm gonna help you to create goals and how to create goals and make them work and what the vision board is and how to make new habits and build a routine. So don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Careless Podcast. The link will be on the description, and go there to check this tutorial that I will make for you guys. But let me just say this, let me just tell you this. If you're feeling a little bit behind already or maybe a little overwhelmed, you're not alone. And today we are going to talk about how to start this year differently, because this week is not about adding more. It's about clearing out what doesn't belong to us anymore. And one thing that I really want you to know is that you don't need to blame yourself for not having the time to figure out things, because I do believe that it's okay to sometimes don't figure it out, and it's okay to sometimes don't know what to do in a situation. And I don't want you to blame yourself, because look around, look everything you've got already. So just don't blame yourself. Try to do better the next time. Because I do feel like sometimes we kind of like blame ourselves, even though we did the best that we could, we still blame ourselves. Like, oh my gosh, why didn't I do this? Why didn't I do that and stuff? And that's just not what we are trying to bring in 2025. So, yeah. The first week of the year, it's noisy. Everybody knows it. Everybody. Social media is loud. It's all about new year, new me posts, and then people sharing their 5 a.m. workouts, green smoothies, and the perfect planners, the perfect routine. And look, good for them. I'm not here to knock anyone's grind, but I am here to say you don't have to move fast just because everyone else is. Because the best way to start the year isn't by adding more goals or more expectations. It's about clearing space. So here's the question I want you to sit with. It is, what do you need to let go of this week? Not this year, not someday, this week. Think about it. Maybe it's scrolling through Instagram and comparing yourself to people who aren't even living the life they post. Maybe it's the feeling of needing to prove yourself to strangers online, to people who never clap it when you won. Or maybe it's smaller, like hitting snooze every morning and starting your day feeling behind before you even get out of the bed. Whatever it is, name it. I'm telling you to name it because if you don't name it, it feels just like a thought and you will not see changes and it will get comfortable and suddenly it's February, then March, and you're still carrying the same way you swore you'll drop. So name it. Write down on your notebook, on your notes, on your phone. Just do it and then reflect about this question. Really think about maybe it is something that is making you falling behind. Maybe not letting people go in your life, it is making you falling behind. Maybe giving people too many chances is making you falling behind. You really need to figure that out. It can be small, it can be big, but name it and figure it out. I don't know about you, but I'm not about to drag last year's baggage into this year's story because new year, new chapter. New year, new chapter, or new year, new book. And so yeah, I really want you to think about it. And so here's the challenge for you this week. I want you to spend the first week of the year clearing space. Unfollow what doesn't inspire you anymore. Let's start with the easiest step, your social media. And that's totally fine to not it is totally fine to not get inspired by people you followed last year. It is totally fine. Just unfollow them. Just unfollow people that are toxic. Cut people out and just don't let this negative energy suck your positive energy. Because I do have a friend, well, like, I don't know, but she always makes me dip out about friendship and stuff, and so I don't want to be friends with her anymore in this year. Like, we can talk sometimes and stuff, but I don't want to be her friend. You get it? And so I think that people should learn that sometimes people will take different ways, and that's totally fine. You don't need to blame yourself for it. It's totally fine. Okay, I did this, she did that, I don't want to be her friends anymore. She always making me about friendship, about me, and so I don't want to be with her anymore. And this friend of mine, I always feel like she always sucks up my positive energy in some way, and every time I'm talking to her, we always argue at some point, and it's just not healthy, and I kind of feel like she never understands me, and she always tries to manipulate me and gaslight me every time, and it's just too much for me, and I really don't have the energy to handle people that are not making me genuinely happy. And the fact that I found it out through a text message that she was trying to manipulate me and trying to gaslight me, it just made me really sad because I really did have the respect for her. I still love her, even if we're not gonna be friends anymore, but like, I just don't want to be with someone that sucks up my energy, and I'm always trying to be the best friend to people and always trying my best to show love and show kindness, but if people do me wrong, I'm gonna leave you behind and I'm not gonna talk to you anymore, and that's totally fine. It's the same thing if you have a relationship. Let it go. If you're not happy, if you both are not happy, don't lie to each other. Go through a partner, talk to them, tell them, I feel like I don't love you the same way as I did. I just don't have, this interest in you anymore and stuff. Just tell them the truth. Because when you tell them the truth, it's easier and they will understand you more. Don't be afraid to lose someone. Don't be afraid to lose someone. Talk to each other. Have this communication, I feel like this, and that. But it's different if you're trying to have a communication and they're always trying to, like, argue. They think that you're arguing with them. This friend of mine, every time I tried to have a conversation and we didn't have the same opinion at all, she will always think that, oh my gosh, why are you so mad? Like, why are you arguing? Even though I'm not arguing, I'm just telling her, I'm just having a simple communication. So that's kind of like the things that you really need to also focus in 2025. Go through your feed and ask yourself, does this account inspire me or does it make me feel like I'm not enough? Do I follow this person because I like them or because I'm watching them? And so a perfect example that I'm going to give you right now is to go through all the accounts that you follow and ask yourself every time you're watching their, whatever that is, their videos, YouTube videos, you listen to their podcast, whatever. Ask yourself, are they helping me in some way? Or I'm just feeling drained and not enough by watching them? Ask yourself, because I feel like if you're watching someone, you need to be inspired by them. You need to be like, one day, she or he don't need to be your role model, but I'm trying to tell you is that they give you the motivation to keep going, to achieve more than they have. So that's kind of like what you need to think, and yeah, focus on that. And if they're not adding nothing to your life, unfollow, mute, block, whatever you need to do it. Don't be scared. Don't be afraid. Like, it is totally fine. Be unfriends with people that you don't want to be friends anymore. Tell your parents, tell everybody the truth, and you do you. So when you tell everybody how you feel out loud, or if you write down a paper how you feel, or if you talk to someone about it, you will have peace. You will have peace. You don't own anyone's space in your head or your feet. And one thing I want to tell you is that, why do these people that don't matter to you have their own space in your little head? Like, why are you letting them have their own space in your head? Like, you're always thinking about them constantly, like, oh, they did me so wrong and stuff. I don't want to be friends with her anymore, but I don't have the courage to go and tell them the truth and stuff. We need to let go. When you need to let go, and when you be authentic, when you find your own persona, when you just feel you again, and you let go of everything that is meant for you will find you. People, a job, a house, whatever it is that was meant for you, they will find you. Because let me tell you something, people really don't care about anyone. People, human beings, are selfish. So the only thing they care about is themselves. And if someone don't want to be friends with you anymore, they will just stop talking. They will not even tell you, so I don't want to be friends with you because of this and that. They will not. They will simply just block you, and you will never see them again in your life. And then you will ask, why did they do that? Why did they just block me? Because, and I'm not always trying to blame your friends, but I'm always telling you that maybe you're the problem. Maybe you're the toxic one. Maybe you have too many red flags. Maybe you need to work on you. So try to find yourself again and try to work on yourself again, and don't have this victim mindset, because sometimes we can be rude for no reason at all. Me, myself, I was being so rude with my friends, my family, and out of nowhere, I don't know what was happening with me, but I was just so rude. I was screaming all the time. I was not on my period, so it was not hormonal, stuff, but I was just so rude with people. And so I said, hold on, why am I so rude? Like, what is the reason behind it? And so I figured that out. I work on that, and I'm trying to work on that, to be more patient, to be more kind to people. And so we don't need always to blame others. Sometimes it is our fault. Sometimes we are the problem, and we need to work on us. And so, yeah, do it. Clean up your physical space. Your environment matters. I did an episode, it is called Clean Space, Clear Mind, something like that. Go and listen to this episode. I'm telling you, you will just, when you listen to that episode, you understand more about it. And so go and listen to it. Clean off your desk. Clean your room. delete the 100,000 screenshots you've been hiding in your phone, or you've been, I don't know, you want to show people when you argue with someone through social media. Oh my gosh, I argue with them. Look what I said. I'm such iconic. You're not. You're like, why? My question is, why do you even keep those screenshots in your phone? Like, why do you still have them? Because I mean, you said what you said, so you don't need to prove to everybody. And if you know that you didn't do anything wrong, you will not show anybody what you wrote or what you said or how you said. Like, you don't need. You argue with someone, you block them, that's fine. Continue living your life. You don't need to have screenshots, because at the end of the day, they don't matter. It was last year. I used to keep screenshots with people that I argue with in my phone, just to, oh my gosh, I have proof now. You don't need to prove anybody. If you know you didn't do wrong, you don't need to have screenshots. And so I deleted every single screenshot that I had. And it's just like, it is just so peaceful to not have it on your phone. Because here's the thing. Clutter isn't just physical. It's mental. And the more space you clear out, the easier it's to breathe. Write down and let go. This is the big one. The mental clutter is just like, I want you to grab a notebook and write down one thing you're done caring. Friendship, relationship, maybe it's self-doubt, maybe it's fear, maybe that habit of putting yourself last because it feels easier than speaking up. Whatever it is, put it on a paper. And let me tell you something. When you feel like, okay, I'm gonna put myself last because I'm too afraid, oh my gosh, people really don't like me, people don't like me, and they're always rude with me. Get a life, please. I'm telling you. Because if you keep having this victim mindset, you will not attract good people for you. If you have self-love, if you really love yourself so much, people will come to you. They will just say, oh, hello, hi, what's your name? You're so beautiful. Can we be friends? Or can I have your Instagram? Can I have your phone number? People will come to you. So stop having this victim mindset. And I know maybe you're introverted. Whatever that is, get out of your comfort zone. Because I was too. And sometimes I am quiet. Sometimes I am shy. And that's totally fine. But sometimes we need to get out of our comfort zone and start talking to people. And if you don't have nothing to say, just don't talk. You people. If you don't have nothing to say, you're in a conversation with somebody, or you are listening to somebody. If you don't have nothing to say, just listen, because people love when you just listen. People love talking about themselves. So if you listen all the time and you talk less, you will not overshare. They will not know too much about you. And that's perfect, because we don't want to overshare about our lives. About this paper, destroy it. Rip it, burn it. Safely, of course. Destroy this paper. Because sometimes letting go needs to feel loud, and it needs to feel like a decision, not just a thought. We need to, 2025, we need to control our emotions and not let our emotions define who we are. And I know this sounds simple, but simple doesn't mean easy, because letting go, it's work. It's uncomfortable and sometimes it's messy. But so is growth, you guys. So this week, I'm not asking you to have it all figured out. I'm asking you to make space for better habits, better conversation, better connections, and honestly, for you. Because if you don't make a space for yourself, who will? Nobody. And people, they don't care about you. The only one that cares about you is God. And I'm telling you that because I know. And I've experienced that. People don't care about you. And the only one at the end of the day is just you and God and nobody else. And so you need to really think that way, because people, they don't care about you. They don't care about you enough to die for you, and so you reflect on that. And that's for today's episode. It was not a short episode, you guys. It was not. Make sure to hit the subscribe, share this episode with someone who needs it, and DM me. I want to hear what you're letting go of this week. What's changing for you? What are you building? Let's talk about it. And as I said, you guys, I'm gonna do a little tutorial how to make your vision board, how to create goals and habits, and how to create your routine. So stay tuned for that. And as I said, the link of my Instagram account is on the description, because this is Careless, and we are just getting started. New year, new us, and thank you so much for listening.